The Commission on Higher Education says that the national average of tuition, at least for college, is about 32,000 per year. But in the National Capital Region, it is around 55,000 pesos. So now with the increasing tuition, some parents are getting educational plans to ensure their children's future. And to tell us more about this, we have with us here Mr. KENDRICK CHUA. He's a registered financial planner. Good morning and welcome back to
Yes, good morning, and it's nice to be here once again.
And this time we're going to talk about money.
Yes.
Yes, and educational plans specifically for college.
Or for, well, any
For
type of
any
educational
level,
plan
yeah,
for
for any
elementary or high school.
Okay, so let's start with, well, how important is it to have an educational plan?
Well, in our culture, the Filipino culture, education is still widely perceived as the ticket to success. Okay, and in my practice of 8 years, I have witnessed parents postponing their own needs for the sake of providing for their kids' education. So it's still that important. And still, they are looking for educational plans because this is the plan that gained popularity back in the 90s and early 2000s.
And I remembered like there were different types of educational plans then.
Yes, that's right.
I'm assuming that by now it must have a different model compared to before. When you get an educational plan, they will pay your college tuition regardless of how much it is. But now, what types of educational plans are available in the market now?
Yeah, you're correct. No, before it's called an open-ended educational plan, meaning wherever your child decides to go, the company, the pre-need company, will pay for that tuition, regardless of the amount.
That was before.
That was before 1992, because we had an Education Act. So what happens was tuition fees skyrocketed. Okay, so unfortunately, the rate of return on investments of these companies cannot keep up with that. And so the industry actually collapsed. And so they had to revise the business model. So right now it became a close-ended educational plans. So meaning we're just gonna give you fixed amount at a certain year, and it's up to you how you want to spend it.
Okay. Wow. The other one would have been much better.
Oh, it would have been much better. I had classmates who were like that. I mean, you know, their parents were so happy. I mean, regardless of how much. But with this one, it's like, it's practically any plan that you get now in with different companies. They just put a name educational plan to it. Just so I guess it's for you to put in mind that it's for education. But basically, you said that you can actually use it for anything
You can
else
use it for
after.
travel, you can use it for your pension, for whatever purpose you want to.
So definitely, for something for education, you can actually enter into any type of investment or any plan.
Yes.
Now, what would you suggest, Kendrick? Is the educational plan that's available now, is it really the best plan for us parents to get for our kids, or are there other options for us to get?
Well, the underlying investments of educational plan does not give high yields now. Before, it's guaranteed, the returns on these investments are double digits. So it's very profitable. But right now, because they need to have a fixed amount, a maturing amount to pay for the education cost, they cannot invest aggressively. Okay. Now, there are other alternatives that excuse me, a parent can go into. We have funds. If a parent or if your guys are diligently saving, you can actually invest on your own, invest in pooled funds, and get an endowment plan, or get a variable life plans for your kids as well.
Okay, how can this benefit parents and their children in the future?
Okay, by investing regularly, you're actually accumulating for something, for your kids' education. At the same time, because the returns in the capital markets have been growing significantly in the past decades, you would also ride along with this bullish growth.
How much, like, give us a percentage or an idea of, you know, how much growth or how much our money can grow within a few years if it is invested somewhere, like let's say for an educational plan or the other ones that you mentioned.
If we can make a comparison between what the educational plan returns and this funds return is, in the past 10 years, the funds has grown about 12%. On the average. This includes the lows of the 2008 and the highs of 2006. So in the past 10 years, about 12%, 12, 13, 14%, yes.
Okay.
In contrast,
in education
plans, because like I said before, it's a fixed, the returns are guaranteed. in educational plans, okay, their underlying assets is guaranteed, the return is about what, 2-3% only.
Oh, so that's really way,
Way
different.
Different, yes. You have about what, 12%
Yes.
difference in between.
But the
them.
risks are, the risk would be higher
Yes,
for
of course.
other types of investments.
Yes, that's correct. In investment, the higher the returns,
The higher the
risk
risk
as well.
So how would you wisely invest?
Yeah, how do you go about it?
Amlin was just asking, like, what if having a financial advisor, would that help?
Yeah, at least
Or
you will,
because-
to get you to the right path.
Yes,
I mean,
because
like I don't
when
know
to-
anything about endowment funds.
Endowment funds,
Right.
those
Like, I mean,
things.
just for people who, maybe, don't have financial advisors or someone
Yes.
to help them out. So, what would you advise them?
Ideally, they seek a consultation of a financial planner, a registered financial planner, because what we do is more than just coming up with the figures. We're the guiding hand behind your objectives, your dreams. So regularly, I monitor my clients' progress of how close or how far we are to their targets. That's very important, that they feel that they have somebody to guide them. Okay. In the absence of a financial advisor or registered financial planner, they can actually learn on their own, read resources, online, attend seminars that are geared towards these kinds of investments.
Oh, okay.
As a whole, I mean, how much percentage, regardless of the family's income, how much percentage can they set aside when the child is still 0 years old for them to have something when the child goes to school?
If they can afford about 10% or 10 to 20% of their take home, that would be significant already.
That's for college.
That's for college, yes.
So iba pa yung for nursery and
Yes,
for
iba pa yun.
elementary.
Yes. But at least have a college fund.
Yes.
I mean,
At least
would
that,
be,
uh-huh.
that would be ideal.
So 10
Especially where we're already K-12, implementing the K-12. So a child would stay longer in school before reaching college. So I think
Yes.
about 17, 18 years. Yeah, 17 or 18 years old bago siya mag-college.
So I guess before you have kids, might as well save some money for
Yeah,
the
exactly.
education.
That's good.
So
Right.
by the time they get to, how expensive it is for nursery, diba?
Right,
For
especially if
preschool.
you have multiple children.
Oh, yeah.
You have more than one or two.
Yes.
So just imagine if you have 5 children, sending
Right,
all
yeah.
of them to
To
college.
college, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a good idea to put some money away. And these educational plans, do you see them changing in the future again, like how we've seen it change before?
Reverting back to open?
Highly improbable of reverting back to, but that would be nice though, because the returns of these educational plans are not as high as it was before.
Right.
Back then, in 1990s, 2000, the returns, interest rates are still in double digits. Right now, it's highly unlikely we're going back to that level. But it would be nice though to receive something like that.
So I guess keep our options open. And I don't know, I guess consult a person who knows really how to grow
these
your money as well.
These seminars that you mentioned, where can they go to find out these,
Yeah,
to look
where?
for the available seminars out there for them? For,
okay.
financial consultation
Yes, if
and
they want
advice.
to know more about.
My organization, the Registered Financial Planners Institute, regularly holds seminars geared towards education the Filipinos about financial literacy. So they can attend those seminars.
Are those, do they pay a fee? Do they have to pay a fee to get in?
The organization charges a minimal fee
Minimal fee.
compared to what the education or the knowledge that you'll be receiving. It's
Right.
worth the investment.
Right, right.
And it's something that you have to continuously study, right?
Yes.
It's not something that one time. I mean, the market always changes.
Correct,
So
that's
it's
right.
something, it's like continuous learning about all these new investment products, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, well said.
And okay, hopefully we get. I guess the important thing is to find a way to earn income, increase income, so you have money to set aside for education.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so I think there are other questions here that we have. What are the different kinds of educational plans, or is it just one kind?
The one I mentioned, open-ended and closed-ended education.
Okay, so what's the
open-ended
difference?
is that the company will promises to pay,
Pay everything,
whatever,
and then
everything, the whole tuition fee, regardless of the amount. The second one is the closed-ended, so when the company gives you a fixed amount, and you're free to do whatever you want to do with it.
Okay, and then also, what are the other things to consider when choosing which pre-need company to get?
Oh, that's a very good question because there are a lot of pre-need companies that have folded up in the past couple of years.
Yes.
And unfortunately, they folded up along with the dreams of the Filipinos of providing a good education for their children. So number one, look for the stability of the company.
How do we know that? I mean, how do we find that out?
The longer the company has been in the business, the better it is.
Okay.
Okay. Secondly, do not chase after the gains. Because some Filipinos, this plan provides me this much amount. Okay, if it's too good to be true, maybe it's really
Probably
too good to be true.
True.
Yeah, that's the things plan holders should
do your
look-
research.
Yes, do the research. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Other tips in choosing
In choosing
a company?
do not just be sales talked into something. Keep your options open. Keep their options open.
Are there a lot of
alternatives.
companies that offer these plans?
Before there were a lot of companies. Right now, there's been just a handful of them.
Okay.
Already.
So it's not a lot of research. You can definitely
Just compare and
Yes, compare. And the other options that
And the other options that you can get with it.
I mentioned the endowment plans, the variable life plans.
Right.
So don't
pooled
limit
funds,
yourself
yes.
to educational plans. Look at other options
Correct.
as well.
And they can get combinations. For example, you have an educational plan and you get another invest in pooled funds. Because one will provide better returns, for sure, but the other one's guaranteed. So you have best of both worlds.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, we learned so much today. Thank you so much for coming
Thanks, Kendrick.
in
Thank
today.
you.
It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
And hope to have you back. And that was financial planner KENDRICK CHUA discussing with us educational plans. And up next, Senators Enrile, Estrada, and Revilla say that they're ready for jail.
And the Makati RTC says enough of Janet Napoles' extended hospital stay. Keep it here on the Solar News Channel.